Welcome back to the TARP Sports YouTube podcast. Whatever you're listening on, this is UFC Baku full card predictions. Let's get into it. Starting with our 5-round main event, we will work our way down. We got Rafael Fiziev taking on Manuel Torres. Guys, this is a great main event in the 155 division, guys. Fiziev, 33 years old, Torres, 31. Fiziev, a little bit of a losing streak, right? Just 1-4 in his last 5. His losses have came to some of the best guys in the division. He lost to Rufi. He was honestly winning that Gamrot fight, but that's when his leg broke, and he lost to Justin Gaethje, the current champion, twice. So he's losing to nothing but title contenders. Manuel Torres is the opposite. He is 4-1. He's been doing extremely well, but his only loss was to Bahamondes. His best win, I would say, was probably Dawson. But I will say, this is where things get tricky, right? That loss to Bahamondes, that's who Fiziev beat, right? Fiziev beat him in his one win out of his last 5. So, a little bit different levels of competition for these guys. Manuel Torres, he's younger, he's going to have to work his way up, and that's what Fiziev has been doing. So, skill difference in competition is definitely there. That kind of favors Fiziev for me. Fiziev, 13-5, 7-5 inside UFC, 3 KOs, 4 decisions, not much of a finisher. Torres, 17-3, 5-1 UFC, all finishes inside UFC. Torres went to decision 1 time in his MMA career. You could argue Fiziev's last 5 opponents were all better than Torres, right? I mean, even Bahamondes, who has beaten Torres. I just think there's a huge skill level difference, and I think Fiziev's career kind of got slowed down by that bad leg injury, but this is like his, I believe, 3rd fight now afterwards, 3rd or 4th fight. So I think Fiziev can get back on track. And Manuel Torres, he's going to have to mix it up, but it's going to be hard. Fiziev has a great takedown defense, and it's going to be hard to strike with Fiziev. Give me Fiziev in this one. Give me Fiziev by KO. Next fight, we got Michel Pereira taking on Shar Magomedov, guys, at 185. Pereira, just 32 years old, a ton of fights. You would think he's a lot older based off how many fights he has. And then Shar Magomedov is also 32 years old. Shara, 16-1, 5-1 inside the UFC. His only loss was to MVP. Pereira, 32-14, 10-5 inside the UFC, just 2-3 in his last 5. Pereira's one of those guys that's win-loss, win-lost. He had a little bit of a win streak going, but it kind of ended, and then after that, just like I said, win-loss, win-loss. Shara, he lands a ton and he lands accurate, right? Shara, 5.93 strikes landed per minute with a 62% accuracy. That's a high clip and it's a lot of output, right? So not a lot of guys are doing that. And Pereira, guys, 4.4 strikes absorbed per minute. So he's getting hit, Pereira. I think Pereira's going to have to use his grappling, but Shara has a 71% takedown defense. I like Shara to win this fight, and if he lands how he usually lands, he will get a KO against Pereira. Give me Shara Magomedov by KO. Next fight, we got Bruno Ferreira taking on Aleskarov, also in the 185 division. Both these fighters are 33 years old, another close bout within age. Aleskarov, 17-2 in his pro MMA career, 4-1 inside the UFC. His only loss is to Robert Whittaker, and Robert Whittaker is at this point a legend, so no shame in losing to him. 7 KOs, 5 submission wins in his career. Bruno Ferreira, 15-3, 6-3 inside UFC, 9 KOs, 5 submission wins. So definitely a higher finish rate. But Aleskarov, he mixes it up a lot more and better. Aleskarov, 60% takedown accuracy, 100% takedown defense. So he can control where the fight is, right? The only time he's really struggled was against Whittaker, and I don't think Bruno Ferreira is on the Whittaker level yet, right? He's still young, 33 years old, maybe a couple more years in the 185 division. But I think Bruno is cleaner on the feet, but Aleskarov just has an insane output, and I think that's where he gets a lot of his takedowns from, and I think he just has more ways to win this fight. Give me Aleskarov by finish, either KO or submission. Next fight in the flyweight division, we got Asu taking on Charles Johnson. Asu is 32 years old, Johnson 35. Asu 23-3, 6-1 inside the UFC. His only loss being Manel Kopp, and there's no shame in losing to Kopp. He's an amazing fighter. 3 KOs, 10 submission wins, 10 decision wins. Not much of a finisher, not a lot of flyweights are. Johnson, 19-8, 8-6 inside UFC, 7 KOs, 4 submission wins, 8 decision wins. Johnson's probably the weirdest and hardest fighter to predict inside the UFC, or one of them at least. He has wins over guys like Josh Van. He has wins over Kavanaugh. He has wins over Sumadarji, who are all elite competition. Then he has L's to guys like Cody Durden and Ode Osborne, who, no offense to them, but if you're beating guys like Van and Kavanaugh and Sumadarji, you should be also beating Cody Durden and Osborne, and obviously Johnson has not. One of Johnson's weaknesses is the grappling, right? They say styles make matchups. Cody Durden is a wrestler. Osborne, not really known for wrestling, but I believe he started training with the Sterling and Marab camp over there in New Jersey, and you're going to get some grappling techniques over there. So Asu, nothing but a grappler, right? I mean, he could get caught by Johnson, but I think Asu's going to be very good technique-wise with his grappling. Give me Asu by decision in this one. Next fight in the 155 division, Sadikov taking on Camilo. This is going to be a fun one. Sadikov, 32. Camilo, 25. Very young. Sadikov, 11-2-1. 4-1-1 inside UFC, 8 KOs, 2 submissions, 1 decision win. He is a finisher. Camilo, 10-3 inside UFC, is 1-1. His loss was a short notice fight to Gabe Green in his UFC debut, and we all know how that goes, but his second fight he did look a lot better. 4 KOs, 2 submissions, 4 decision wins for him. Sadikov is a brawler, man. He has an insane output. He's landing 4.79 strikes per minute. He's also getting hit though. He's absorbing 5.49 strikes per minute as well. Camilo, 53% takedown accuracy with 4.43 takedowns per 15 minutes. So this is going to be a striker versus a grappler, but Sadikov has decent takedown defense, and I think if he keeps this on the feet, he is one of the hardest guys to match up with striking wise. He's very quick. He's very skilled in what he throws, and he throws some weird stuff out there. He'll throw a switch kick out there like it's nothing, so kind of hard to train for him. Give me Sadikov in this one. Give me Sadikov by KO. Next fight, we got Abus Magomedov taking on Michael O at 185. A lot of 185 fights this card. Abus, 35. Michael O, 31. The first thing that sticks out, man, Abus doesn't have the prettiest record, but his losses have been the guys like Sean Strickland, Joe Pyfer, Kaio, and top level guys for this division. Michael O is on a 3-fight win streak, and that is ironically when he has joined Fighting Nerds. So once he switched his gym, he started seeing success. He's also only 31. He's been in UFC for an extremely long time. He has seen a lot of things at such a young age, right? Just really entering his prime. Overall, Michael O, 29-9, 10-7 inside UFC, 16 KOs, 1 submission. He is a finisher. Abus, 28-7. 4-3 inside UFC, but we just went over his losses. Strickland, Pyfer, and Kaio. 14 KOs, 7 subs, 7 decisions. Abus, 59% takedown accuracy, averaging about 2.6 takedowns per 15 minutes, where Michael O's takedown defense is just 52%, guys. Not that good. I think the path to victory in this one, I don't think Abus wants to brawl Michael O, right? He's proven he has knockout power and he can land. I think Abus can control this one with his grappling. I think Michael O is going to have a little bit of an advantage in this one just because Abus has already fought Kaio, who's also a fighting nerd, so can game plan a little better, but overall, I think the level of competition that Abus has been fighting is a lot better than what Michael O has versed in his entire career. Give me Abus in this one. Give me Abus by decision. Next fight, we got Ruzibov taking on Pulayev. Also at 185. Definitely butchered some names here, but it is what it is. Ruzibov, 32 years old. Pulayev, 28. Pulayev, 10-4, 1-2 inside UFC, but his losses have been to some savages. He lost to Gautier, and he also lost to Christian Leroy Duncan. Ruzibov, 36-9-2, 4-1 inside UFC. His only loss was to Buckley. Ruzibov, 66% takedown accuracy, but he's not shooting a lot, right? Averaging less than a takedown per 15 minutes, so the takedown is there for him. He's very good at it, but he doesn't do it a lot. 33% takedown defense, that kind of scares me. I don't really think Pulayev's going to try any takedowns, though, but Pulayev does have a decent takedown defense, 64%. I do think Ruzibov will get this one to the mat, or he will just use his reach advantage. He's a big fighter. I like Ruzibov by finishing this one. Next fight in the 205 division, we got Yakyayev taking on Walker, guys. This is going to be the easiest one on the card. I'm going to keep it simple. Say a prayer for Walker every night before this fight. Give me Yakyayev by finish. Next fight in the 135 division, we got Bekzat taking on Matsumoto. Bekzat 28, Matsumoto 26. We got some young guys here. Matsumoto 17-2, 3-2 inside UFC, but he lost to some good guys, right? Lost to Rob Font and Farid Basharat. Bekzat 12-3, 1-2 inside UFC, but he's also lost to pretty good competition. He's lost to Umar and Topuria. Not Elia, he lost to his brother, but his brother is very good as well. I think Matsumoto mixes it up more, and I think he mixes it up better. His numbers are better. I think Matsumoto lands more, and he lands better, and he's more accurate. He gets hit less. I think he's just overall the better fighter so far from what these guys have both shown. Give me Matsumoto by decision. Next fight in the 170 division, we got Hazanov taking on Nolan. Hazanov, 30 years old, Nolan, 28. Hazanov 5-0. This is his UFC debut, so a lot of guys just tend to lose their debut no matter how good they end up being. But he's from LFA, one of the better regional scene promotions, right? And I trust guys in their debut when they're from promotions like LFA. He had a lot of success, obviously, 5-0. Nolan 8-4 in his pro career, owned one side of UFC, but he lost to Susarkayev, so no shame in that, right? That man is a savage, but he is also from a very good regional promotion. He's from CFFC, one of the better regional scenes as well. But from what I've watched from these guys so far, I think Hasanov is more well-rounded. I think he's a little bit better. I think he gets hit less. I think he mixes it up more. Give me Hasanov by KO in this one. Next up in the 145 division, we got Offley taking on Reyes. Offley, 33 years old. Reyes, 32. Reyes 23-5, but just 1-0 inside UFC. Offley 13-4-1, 2-2 inside UFC. So Reyes the overall more experience with MMA, but Offley has gotten a lot more UFC reps. Reyes definitely mixes it up more. He looked very good in his debut. Reyes definitely gets hit less. He has more output. I like Reyes in this one, and Reyes is a finisher. Give me Reyes by KO. Next fight in the 170 division, we got Donchenko taking on Berggren, I believe that's how you pronounce that. Donchenko is just 24 years old. Berggren, 26. Donchenko, 13-2, but 2-0 inside UFC with 8 KOs and 2 submission wins. A very good finisher. Berggren, 8-3. This is his UFC debut. He has never been KO'd, and he got submitted twice, but honestly, Donchenko is probably the best fighter that Berggren has fought so far inside his career, and I can't say the same thing for Donchenko when it comes to Berggren. Give me Donchenko by KO in this one. Last but not least, guys, in the 170 division, we got Abdullayev taking on Nascimento. Abdullayev, 29. Nascimento, it says unknown. I don't know what's up with that, but something weird. Both making their UFC debut. Nascimento 6-0 in LFA. He was the champion. He's very good. Nascimento, I believe, has fought better people. I trust the regional scene he's coming from. Give me Nascimento in this one. Give me Nascimento by decision. That does it for my UFC full card predictions. Guys, thank you for tuning in. It means the world to me. I appreciate all the love and support I've been getting. Please don't forget to subscribe. Share your MMA friends. Any questions you want me to expand on a fight more, let me know in the comments. As for betting purposes, I don't bet every fight, right? I pick and choose. But I wait until after weigh-ins, right? That is the key. Wait till after weigh-ins. If you can't beat the scale, you can't beat your opponent. So if you want to know what I'm taking, usually post it Friday night in the Discord. If not, Saturday morning, I'll post it on here on the Shorts, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. So follow me on there in the link tree attached in the bio. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let's get this Gitas. Let me know what you think in the comments.